want you to imagine for a second how different your life would look right now if you were making an extra $5,000 a month. Now, instead of just imagining, I want you to believe that it's actually possible to do exactly that, because in this video, I'm going to reveal to you one of, if not the best online businesses to start in 2024 for any beginner that's proven to work and can earn you well beyond $5,000 per month. And that is starting a YouTube channel. And no, this is not another video about how to start a faceless automated YouTube channel. While those are cool too, my goal is by the end of this video, you will have watched a mostly unscripted, no fluff, no BS message as to why you should consider starting a YouTube channel right now. Now, I don't want to waste your time, so let's get right into it. But first, I want to nip a common concern right in the bud. Where's the butt? I'm going to nip it in the butt. And that is this idea that YouTube is just too saturated and it's impossible to start a YouTube channel right now that can become successful. I believe that this lie or this misconception keeps so many potentially great creators from sharing their content on what is now the second largest social media platform in the world. YouTube has nearly 2.5 billion active users. 2.5 billion. And that number is only growing, meaning that there is a massive audience for any niche. So if you're worried about YouTube being too saturated, let me tell you that you're just wrong. And that's totally fine, right? It's exciting. You're wrong, and that's a good thing, because with more people watching than there ever was before, and there will only be more in the coming years. They're looking to expand their knowledge, and they're looking for means of doing that for free, and YouTube is the solution. It is the solution. The only social media platform out there that outperforms YouTube from a user number perspective is Facebook. All right, who cares about Facebook? YouTube is king. Remember that. With more people watching than there ever was before, there's still plenty of room for fresh, creative voices just like yours. And to prove that anyone can get started, here are a few people who aren't huge creators, but they're a testament to just starting, right? Not feeling like a professional, not knowing what to do, but they started anyway. And they stuck it out long enough to start seeing some success. And the first one is Bianca. I found her a couple of months ago. She averages at this point almost 100,000 views a month, which is just really great. And she's such an awesome example because you can look at her thumbnails, they could be better, right? Her editing could be better. But what she does so good is she shares from the heart, and her videos are full of rich value. For people who are looking for self-improvement, to learn about discipline, how to achieve your goals, how to get your mind right, how to achieve success in life, Bianca is it right now. I bet you haven't heard of her, right? When I followed her, she had about, I think, 14,000 subs. She's creaming up on 19,000, right? And you can see her floor on her videos is, I'd say at this point, maybe 7, 8, 10,000. That wasn't the case just a couple of months ago. I think her first video kind of popped for her, got over 100,000 views just back in March. She just started, I think, taking YouTube seriously back in November or December last year. This is so inspiring to me because see here, she's averaging with this vidIQ plugin, 100,000 views a month. I don't know what her RPM is. You know, let's say it's a conservative $6, 100,000s. She's probably seen about $600 from ad revenue, which is cool. Maybe it's more. I hope it's more. If that doubled to a $12 RPM, that's $1,200. But what she's really got going for her here is if you click, she's growing a community on Skool, and that's nearly at 5,000 people. This creates so much leverage. And I'm not saying that she's in it for the money at this point at all. But from the outside perspective, like looking in, the amount of leverage that she's creating right now to monetize this community later is substantial. 5,000 people in a free community is like gold. Like, talk to Alex Hermoisi, he would agree with me. Let's say she creates a secondary community, which what I would suggest to her. And let's say 5% of those people signed up for a community that's $100 a month. So let's do the math off the top of our head. Let's say 5,000, 5% of that is 250. 250 people paying $100 a month. And she's so valuable. Like what she has to say is so inspiring. I know 250 of these people. I've followed her community for long enough. She could find 250 people to charge $100 a month for, two calls a week, Q&As, a way of direct messaging. Overnight, she could be, monetizing a secondary community, 250 times 100, $25,000. She could go from charging nothing for her free community, promoting a paid community, and charging there's people out there hungry for self-improvement. all because of YouTube as a lead magnet to a free community and then creating a secondary paid community. She could go from $1,000 from ad revenue on YouTube to $25,000 in monthly recurring revenue overnight. And I hope she does it, right? She shares enough value, right? She is worth that kind of income. But like, I hope this opens your eyes. Like, all she does is talk about stuff that she's going through, right? Picking your goals and locking in and achieving your goals, pushing through when life gets hard, right? Like self-improvement challenges. I think she's on her second one right now. She's on her second, I think it's an 8-week self-improvement challenge. Using YouTube as a lead magnet and a top of funnel, bringing people into a free community, create a secondary community where you charge $50, $100 a month, tens of thousands of dollars overnight. Next up, we got Dennis. He's a little bit more niche. He really talks about TikTok a lot, but he's grown quite a bit over the last 6 months. You can see here, he's getting about 200,000 views a month, which in his niche, I think he's pretty adjacent or in the business niche enough to where he's probably getting anywhere for at least $10 RPM. So he's making roughly about $2,000 a month from ad revenue alone at a $10 RPM times 200,000, about $2,000 a month. But if you go to, he's also building a community on Skool, and he went straight to a paid community. Good for him. He has 16 people paying $180 a month, which is about $2,800 a month. Looking back 6 months to now, I know he's been on YouTube longer than 6 months, but he's created almost $5,000 in monthly recurring revenue, and that's only going to go up. I think this is as little as money as he'll ever make from YouTube and his community. But it all started on YouTube. He's a year away from pulling in $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month. I guarantee it. Come back in a year from now in the comment section, tell me I'm right. I won't be wrong. Let's move on to Tim Koa. This dude has been doing print on demand. He's at an Etsy shop. That's what his niche is. That's where he got started. And what he is an example of is doing a thing and talking about that thing on YouTube. So he started talking about print on demand, how to start, how to do stickers, how to do this, that, how to start an Etsy shop. But he's really kind of expanded, and you can see in his banner here, entrepreneurship, productivity, money, and you can look at his links. He's really just promoting a website that has an email sign up. I don't know how many people are in his email, but that's able to be monetized depending on how many subscribers and what your open rate is. That's easily $1,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month potential. I'm not sure how big his list is, but then he also has a website he's promoting where he sells stickers directly, kind of cuts out the middleman. He doesn't even use Etsy there, which props to him. You can see here he has over 200,000 subscribers. This dude did not know, how old is his channel? His channel's just a couple years old. Look, 3.5 years old. He's been posting. He was probably not very good for about 1.5 years because I've watched enough of his videos to know that he didn't know what he was doing when he got started on YouTube. He figured it out. He said yes, he started, talked about what he knew, and just kept going. Look, he has 55 videos now. He's averaging about 200, almost 300,000 views a month, which is really great. You don't need to have millions of subs doing millions of views a month to make good money. He's in the business niche. $10 RPM is conservative. I know it. It might be 20, might be 25. Let's keep it at 10. He's making $3,000 a month just from ad revenue alone. If you click on his most recent video, let's look. He's promoting 500. Look, he's Skillshare. He's getting sponsors almost on every video. You can see he's got affiliate links in every video. I have no idea how much money he's making from affiliate links, but that's something we'll talk about later in this video. But these are just 3 creators. Them starting on YouTube has expanded their horizon and their potential to make serious income, and you can do the same thing. If you're liking this video so far, do me a favor, like it, subscribe. It means a lot. It really does help this channel out. Thank you. Okay, so let's talk about the money. What really makes YouTube the best side hustle for beginners? It's in the variety of ways that there is to make money from posting on YouTube. It's what makes YouTube special, and I think it's what makes YouTube king. First, you have ad revenue. Once your channel grows to a certain point where you get monetized and you join YouTube's partnership program, YouTube pays you through the ads that are shown on your videos. This is what most people are familiar with, but it is just one of the many ways that you're able to monetize your YouTube channel. And then there's sponsorships, and that's where brands pay you to talk about them in a specific video. So like Tim before, one of his latest videos was sponsored by Skillshare, and Skillshare paid Tim to talk about their product or their program for 30 or 60 seconds. And then you have affiliate marketing. And using Tim as an example again, If you look at his latest video, you see an IKEA link. And when you go to click that link, and if I buy that workbench using that unique link that belongs to Tim, he gets a commission. Next is a paid community. And like Dennis and Bianca before, you can see that they are using YouTube as like a top of funnel to get people to join, in Bianca's case, a free community, and in Dennis's case, a paid community. There is so much power here because, say, like in Bianca's case, one of her videos back in June or July went viral, especially for her, and it was promoting her free community. And I think around 4,000 people joined her community just from that video alone. You know, Dennis only has about 16 or 17 people in his paid community, but the more he promotes his paid community, the more he gives away free value, the more people are going to want to join his paid community. And the next thing you know, he'll have 100 or 200 people in his paid community. He'll be generating tens of thousands of dollars every single month just from doing the same thing that he's doing now, right? Sharing value for free on YouTube, and then sharing more close-up, intimate value in his community. And then you can sell digital products, right? And this is where you can get really creative. You can sell templates, PDFs, AI prompts, or other resources that you use for your channel. And the beauty of it is once you create it, you don't have to create it again, but you're posting videos on YouTube that are promoting that product over and over and over again, generating kind of a money glitch of sorts that just generates money for as long as you're promoting that link, right? You can post a video today, and in 5 years, that video is still up and has that link, and that link still works. You're still generating revenue from that product that you had to create one time. But honestly, these are just scratching the surface. The opportunities are really limitless. Okay, so now let's get more into the nitty-gritty and let's talk about getting started. Pay attention. You do not need any fancy equipment. You don't need years of experience. Hell, you don't need any experience to get started. All you need are these 5 simple steps. Number 1 is decide to start. The first and most important step in this whole process is to decide to start. And the beauty of that step is you can do it right now. Most people get stuck at this point, but don't let that be you. Next up is pick a niche. Choose a niche that you're passionate about or somewhat knowledgeable of, ideally, but also one that has at least some kind of audience. You can use tools like vidIQ to research what's trending or what keywords are being searched for, what other creators are doing in that niche, all that good stuff. And then number 3 is to generate ideas. So once you have your niche, the next step I would suggest is just come up with 2 to 3 ideas. This is where ChatGPT can help out a lot. It can do a lot of the heavy lifting of just kind of brain dumping ideas out of your brain and onto the screen. The more ideas that come out, the more you have more to kind of bite on and chew on to make what's in here become a reality. Step 4 is to shoot and edit. Use whatever camera you have. Your phone would work perfectly. Just do some minimal editing and keep things clean and concise. There are free softwares out there that you can use, but if you want to just spend a couple of bucks, I think it's $10 a month. vidIO is really a great solution. You don't have to have a fast computer to get it done. You use vidIO on a browser. I'll link it down below for you to check out. I've used it for years. It's really a great solution. But don't obsess about perfection, right? You can and will get better over time. And then number 5 is make sure to optimize your title and your thumbnail. Thumbnails and titles are really important. Using vidIQ, you can use their tools to take what you're talking about and turn that into a really great title, right? There's tools that you can use for free or pay a little extra money on to handle the title. If you are clueless about designing a thumbnail, just pay $5 or $10 on Fiverr and you'll be ready to go. I covered that really quickly, but I want to drive a really important point home. The 3 most important parts of any video on YouTube are the idea, the title, and the thumbnail. Make sure people are looking for the topic that you shoot about before you shoot it. Again, vidIQ is a great solution for that. I have it linked down below in the description. Go check it out. But something that most newbies don't think about is this. You can have the best video that's ever been created talking about the most groundbreaking realization, information in the whole world. But if nobody can find your video because your title sucks, or nobody will click on your video because your thumbnail sucks, then it doesn't matter. You have to get those right. The best creators out there on YouTube won't even create and shoot the video before the title is perfect and the thumbnail are perfect. So keep that in mind. I'm not saying you have to have anything perfect, but make sure that you have a good idea that people are looking for. And before you post it, you have a solid thumbnail and a relevant, really solid title. Another crucial tip is audio quality is almost as important as the video quality. People will sit through a video with less than perfect visuals, but if your audio is bad, nobody is sticking around for more than 5 seconds. Invest in a decent microphone. Honestly, most phones these days have a decent microphone. So again, if you have your phone, you're good to go, but just make sure you get the audio right. And if you can afford a $20 microphone on Amazon, it's worth the money. So we talked about starting your channel, the steps it takes to start your channel, but this next part is key, right? And that's consistency. Consistency is what will take your channel to the next level. YouTube's algorithm loves creators that post regularly. And the more content you upload, the more likely that your content will be suggested to new audiences. And at this point, this is where the compound effect really does come into play. Each video that you post lives on YouTube for forever. This video I'm posting right now, this video will live on YouTube until I'm 100 years old. Even if it doesn't get a lot of views right away, ideally over time, it'll become a valuable source of income, whether through ads directly or driving traffic to my other revenue streams. Also take some inspiration from Austin Kleon's book, Steal Like an Artist. In a nutshell, the book talks about the idea that no creative idea is 100% original. In the early stages especially, I'm doing it right now, don't be afraid to take inspiration from other creators that you admire. Take a little bit from this creator, take a little bit from that creator, this, that, maybe 5, 10 creators, a little from all of them. And next thing you know, when you go to create, you do have something somewhat original, right? I'm not copy and pasting someone's idea directly, right? I'm taking a little bit from this one, a little bit from that one, kind of mixing it together and putting my spin on it, putting my character on it, and suddenly it becomes my own. You're capable of doing that. Especially at first, let it help you build momentum, right? Be inspired by other creators. Steal like an artist. Learn how to do that effectively, and especially for the means of getting your reps in. So study what's working for them and learn how to put your own spin on it. And then over time, your unique voice and your style, it will start to develop naturally. But truly, the biggest takeaway here is to just start. You don't need a perfect setup. You don't need the best gear. You don't need a foolproof plan. You don't need a plan at all, right? Just start. Take it from me. I'm on here right now talking to you, literally just winging it. I'm just figuring it out. I just started creating, and I encourage you, just start creating and sharing it on YouTube. Remember that YouTube can bring in income for years and open doors to a lot of opportunities. So what are you waiting for? Commit today, pick your niche, create your first video, and post it. Literally, what do you have to lose? Consistency will eventually get you noticed. And before you know it, you'll have a channel that's growing and making you money in your sleep. Appreciate you watching this video. It means a lot. It means the world. Like this video, subscribe, and join me on this journey of me posting and sharing my voice on YouTube, right? And growing my channel. Do the same as me. Follow along, watch me win, watch me lose. Enjoy the journey with me. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.